Today I'll share the story of a guy named Nabarun, who became a crorepati by doing a simple 9 to 5 job. It has been a year and Nabarun got a job of 30,000 rupees every month. But unfortunately he could not save anything. At the end of every month, Nabarun used to borrow money from his friends. In this way, one day at the end of a month, Nabarun asked one of his friends to lend him some money, as he had no more money left in his hand. But the reply he got from his friend on that day did hurt him so hard that Nabarun took an oath that no matter what happens, from that he will make sure that he never had to reach out to anyone for money again. Nabarun decided to show his friend that he is capable of becoming a crorepati one day. Since that day, Nabarun became very serious about his financial planning and watched almost all the top videos available on YouTube on this subject. And within a few days noted down few points he learned from there and began to apply them one by one in his life. First of all, Nabarun installed the Walnut app on his phone, and for the next 3 months he started recording every single expenses in the Walnut app. After doing this, Nabarun realized that he was spending a huge amount of money on unnecessary things, which he could reduce or stop completely if he wanted to, and it will not have any bad effect on his overall lifestyle. For example, Nabarun noticed that he was spending about 3,000 rupees a month by eating outside fast food. If he becomes a little aware, he can bring it down to less than 1,000 rupees per month. He also noticed that every month on an average he was spending around rupees 4,000 on clothes, watches, glasses or headphones, most of which were left unused in one corner of the house after being purchased. So if he become a little conscious of it, then he can bring it down to less than 1,000 rupees per month. In this way, if he could reduce some more unnecessary expenses with a little awareness, he realized that he could easily save at least 10,000 rupees a month. So he made a budget of monthly expenses in his Walnut app: 10,000 for bills including house rent, electric bill, broadband bill and mobile recharge. All these types of bills are included in this category. Then 5,000 rupees for groceries, that is rice, pulses, oil, salt, fish and meat for all these cereals. 2,000 rupees for transport, means petrol for bike and bus and train ticket fare. 1,000 rupees for eating out, 1,000 rupees for entertainment, that is going to watch some movie, subscribing to an OTT app or visiting some amusement park, and 1,000 rupees for other things except these categories. In this way, Nabarun set the budget according to the category in the Walnut app and started to record this every expenditure in the Walnut app every night before going to bed. Thus, seeing the clear calculation in front of his eyes, Nabarun gradually managed to save 10,000 rupees per month. But Nabarun knew that he could not become a crorepati just by saving money. He had to earn money with money. That is, he had to invest the money properly. But he could not understand what kind of investment would be the best for him. And to solve this problem, Nabarun again took the help of YouTube. And after watching almost all the top videos on YouTube on this topic, Nabarun understood that the best option of investment nowadays for him is the share market. But for a person like him who knew nothing about the share market, the best option is to start a SIP in an index fund and avoid paying attention to the news of ups and downs of the share market. Because only then he will be able to continue that SIP for the next 10 or 20 years. Otherwise, after getting the news of the fluctuations in the stock market, and maybe out of fear, he may decide to stop the SIP in a midway. So before he started the SIP, he checked the average return of the index fund in the last 10 years. He saw that it was 12%. So he searched for SIP calculator in Google and calculated the amount in a SIP calculator and found that if he invests 10,000 rupees per month through SIP in an index fund and gets a 12% return on average, then in just 20 years he will become a crorepati. Immediately and without any delay, from the day of his 22nd birthday, he started a SIP of rupees 10,000 per month in an index fund. And since he used to get his salary in his bank account on the first day of every month, he set the date of SIP on the third day every month, so that the SIP amount is deducted from his bank account and invested in the index fund before he can start spending the money. After that, his salary gradually increased. Meanwhile, he got married and had children, so the cost to run the family increased too. However, due to proper financial planning and maintaining the budget, Despite having various obstacles, Nabarun was able to continue his SIP of 10,000 rupees every month consistently. 16 years later, on his 40th birthday, Nabarun checked his investment portfolio and found that he had got a return of 14% instead of 12%. And that day, after 16 years, Nabarun had finally become a crorepati. His eyes got wet, as it was one of the most happiest moments of his life. And in this way, for him, his 40th birthday remained the most memorable one for the rest of his life. Having become a crorepati at the age of 40, Nabarun never had to face any financial difficulties in getting his children to pursue their higher studies or getting them married. So just for 16 years, only by maintaining financial discipline, Nabarun became a crorepati despite doing a simple job with an average salary. Always remember, the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Now it's time for the most motivating comment. Fincla Mayor, we are very happy to help you. Please let me know in the comments if you like the video. If you like it, help your loved ones by sharing the video with them. Thanks for watching. More wisdom, more solution, better life.